Picture this. It's Friday evening. You've finally finished a long week, and all you want is to sink into your couch, maybe order some food, and just exist in your own space. Then your phone buzzes. It's a friend asking if they can swing by for a bit. And suddenly, your stomach drops. Your mind starts racing through excuses. You look around your apartment and feel this strange wave of panic, not because it's messy, but because the thought of someone being in your space feels genuinely overwhelming. If this sounds like you, take a breath. You're not antisocial. You're not a bad friend. And there's actually some fascinating psychology behind why you feel this way. Let's talk about why some people genuinely struggle with having guests over. Now, before we dive in, I want to make something clear. There's a big difference between not enjoying hosting and being incapable of social connection. Society often confuses these two things. We're taught that good friends have people over, that a welcoming home means an open door, that saying, "come by any time," is somehow a measure of your character. But here's the truth. Your relationship with your personal space says nothing about your ability to love or connect with others. It says everything about how your brain is wired. So what's actually happening when someone asks to come over and you feel that instant resistance? Let's start with something called territorial psychology. Humans, like many animals, are deeply territorial creatures. Your home isn't just a place where you sleep and eat. It's an extension of your identity. It's where you exist without performance, without social masks, without the energy it takes to be on. Psychologists call this your primary territory, the space where you have complete control and where you feel safest being your authentic self. When someone enters that space, even someone you love, your brain has to shift modes. It moves from relaxation into what researchers call host vigilance. You become hyper-aware of everything. Are they comfortable? Is the room too warm? Did they notice that stain on the carpet? Should you offer them something to drink? Your brain starts running dozens of social calculations simultaneously, and this is genuinely exhausting for certain personality types. This brings us to the concept of home as a recharge station. For introverts and highly sensitive people, home serves a critical psychological function. It's not just where you live, it's where you recover. After a day of social interaction, sensory input, and emotional labor, your home is where your nervous system can finally downregulate. Having guests disrupts this process entirely. It's like trying to charge your phone while simultaneously running 10 apps. You might technically be home, but you're not recharging. There's also something fascinating about cognitive load and hosting. When you have guests, your brain is processing an enormous amount of information. You're tracking conversation, monitoring body language, anticipating needs, managing time, and performing hospitality all at once. For some people, this mental juggling act is energizing. For others, it's completely draining. Neither response is wrong. They're just different neurological profiles. And here's what many people don't realize. The discomfort often starts before guests even arrive. Psychologists have identified something called anticipatory anxiety, where the stress of an upcoming social event begins hours or even days before it happens. You might spend the whole day cleaning, planning, mentally rehearsing conversations. By the time your guests actually arrive, you're already exhausted. The event hasn't even started, and you're running on empty. But perhaps the deepest reason some people struggle with guests comes down to vulnerability. Your home reveals things about you. Your books, your mess, your weird snack choices, the art on your walls. These are intimate details that you control who sees. Inviting someone into your home means letting them see you in a way that public spaces never allow. For people who are naturally private or who have experienced judgment in the past, this level of exposure can feel genuinely threatening. So, what does this mean for you? First, recognize that your feelings are valid. You're not broken, you're not rude, and you don't need to force yourself to become a person who hosts weekly dinner parties. Some people thrive with an open-door policy. Others need their home to remain a sanctuary. Both approaches are healthy as long as you're honest with yourself and others about your needs. The key is finding your own balance. Maybe you're someone who can handle guests but needs advance notice. Maybe you prefer meeting friends at cafes or restaurants where you can leave when your energy runs out. Maybe you're comfortable with one close friend visiting but find groups overwhelming. Understanding your specific boundaries isn't limiting. It's liberating. And if you're watching this as someone who loves visiting others, here's a gentle reminder. When your friend suggests meeting somewhere other than their place, or when they seem hesitant about hosting, it's not personal. They're not rejecting you. They're protecting something precious, their sense of safety and their ability to recharge. The kindest thing you can do is respect that without making them explain or defend it. At the end of the day, your home is yours. How you share it, when you share it, and with whom you share it. These are choices that belong entirely to you. There's no right way to exist in your own space. There's only your way. So the next time you feel guilty for not wanting guests, remember, your brain is doing exactly what it's designed to do. It's protecting your peace. And that's not something to fix. That's something to honor.